Hello everyone and welcome to Yarkshire Gamer, and this is a bit of a figure review, and today I'm going to be looking at Calpe Miniatures and their Prussian Landwehr, and you are looking at a unit, and that's 18 figures of Prussian Landwehr, fresh out of the box or the bags that they appear in, and I want to have a look at these and some of the infantry figures during the course of the video. So I'm going to move in and have a look in detail at some of these cavalry figures. So first up, the horses, and there are 6 or 8 different types of horses that you can buy, and you buy these separate from the figures. And they're nice basic generic horses, and I haven't painted any of them yet, so I need to see how they come out in terms of working with oils, but they seem to have all the right things in the right places, and we'll give those a go. So you buy the horses separately, and then there is quite a bewildering range of figures. This is a Landwehr cavalry officer. You can see great detail on the figures, real, full of character, and this sort of deeply ingrained folded look on the uniform is the sort of figure that really fits my method of painting. This is a standard trooper from the range. You can see you need to fit your own lance, but that's not a problem. North Star, I normally get my pre-cut lances with leaf heads on the end. Great detail. And the thing about the Calpe that I particularly like is that there are multiple, and I mean multiple, variations of figures within a unit, and you can often get away with no more than 2 duplicates within a unit. And this is one of the bareheaded Prussian Landwehr offerings, and I think this is the other one here. This one's got bandaged head, so that's going to look particularly nice. And then they do a series of or a couple of officers with separate arms, and you get 2 choices, kind of raised sword and pointed advanced sword. And then we have also got this chap here, who is a trumpeter. So I hope that gives you a good idea of the different types of figure and within this particular range. Another officer there, and if you want a really good looking, different posed Landwehr figure, this is the business. As I said at the start, these make me moist. These really are the business. So let's have a look at some of the infantry figures. So here is the first of 3 battalions that I've bought, 32 figures, laid out as they would be on the table or on the bases when they are painted. And once again, I'll just bring some of these up and we'll have a look at the detail on them. So just a general foot infantry figure, really great character. All of them are slightly different, and this is what I really like about these Calpe figures, is that you can order so many different variations within the he says that and then picks one that's exactly the same. So there we've got another one where the face is just looking in the opposite direction, and I love this variation within the battalion. Here we have a standard bearer, looking very nice. A foot officer, lovely detail on that, great face. Then I've decided to have a mounted officer within the unit, similar to the elite miniatures. And then we've got a drummer. And then you can get these character figures within your units. Here we've got like an NCO pushing people forward. Then we've got this casualty type figure just falling down, just to add a bit of life, I think is the way to say, to call it. Another one of the different figures here, just slightly stooped forward. Really bring life to your units the way these figures are set out, and I'm really looking forward to getting to grips with them. So that's the first of the battalions. Here we have Unit 2 then, and this is a charging unit, and again I'll just go through some of the individual figures for you. Really great poses as previously described, and again with the charging you've got those slightly different looks, slightly different ports to the rifle. That's the same as the previous one. Again there we've got another slightly different figure, different face, etc. And then we've got the command figures. We've got a standard bearer. Rather lovely. I love this officer, this pose here, a bit of a fencing pose. That anyone's done any fencing there. Then we have another mounted officer in the middle, and this chap comes with two separate arms. Great face, great. I keep saying that, but they are lovely. And here is the drummer from this unit. And then, as with the other one, we've got some character figures. We've got this chap here, which is kind of screaming and clubbing with his musket. Very nice. That added a little bit to the unit. And then we've got this chap here who is kind of falling forward or stooping forward. So that's the second battalion that I've ordered. And finally, this is the third battalion I've bought. So again, 32 figures, and this one is going to be a firing line. So I've laid this one out slightly differently in its company 8-figure bases, and less variation in this one because I've used a lot of figures in the firing pose. Great detail on the packs, etc. So a lot of these figures are very similar. I think mustaches and not mustaches is the main difference. But then on the back line, we've got some figures that are standing at the ready. And then this officer chap who's just about to give the order to fire. And we've got some loading guys. Just look at that. Look at the folds there. That is lovely. That's going to paint up a dream, that is. Chaps like this guy here who are reaching in the pack for a musket cartridge. Then we've got our obligatory standard bearer. I know not all Landwehr units have standards, but you've got to have a flag. You've got to have a flag. Another officer. And then a different variation of mounted officer with an absolutely stonking moustache on. Look at that bad boy. And then here's the standing drummer for that. So hopefully that's given you a good idea of the ranges that are available through Calpe. I'm just going to talk a little bit now about the website and ordering the figures. So a quick word about ordering the figures. Calpe Miniatures website is at Calpe Miniatures, so it's quite easy to find with that slightly difficult, sort of slightly different spelling. So bob along to the website, and on there you'll find lots of pictures of the figures painted up, and as you can see, they are the absolute business. Looking forward to getting some done myself. There is a little quirk in there though, however, that you need to be aware of, and this is this red button here called Calpe Veterans. Now the website is kind of split into two areas. Why, I don't know. I think it's probably being brought across into one, but at the moment there is a main area which is indicated by this picture here, and here you can pick like a normal website and click on various packs, as you can see here, add them to your basket and pay as normal. Unfortunately, the whole range isn't in here, and you might miss some if you're not aware. So make sure you click on that Calpe Veterans to get the full numbers of figures that you can buy. Now, the disadvantage with this area, you get more figures or more chance or more different types of figures, but you can't do the special order thing. You have to go through to the normal way of ordering, and with these you have to email the company directly and they sort it out for you. Bit of a faff, but it does work. Another thing I found, and this isn't a criticism, is that Calpe Miniatures can take a little bit of time to get to you. It's not like a next day delivery thing like it is with some of the larger companies. Pete, the guy who runs it, I'm pretty sure he's on his own, and it might take a little longer than normal for your orders to come out. But trust me, it's worth it.